Hello everyone, my name is Deb Domke. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today, this is the card that we're going to be making, and this is the envelope for it. It's a masculine card, and it says, "To a Classic," and then inside is "Happy Birthday." I have done an embossing folder on the front flap, and then a couple layers, and then our printing here. It turned out very nice. Now we're going to recreate this, but we're going to use a different color. First, let me tell you the stamps that we'll be using, and it's called Guide Greetings. It is in our annual catalog. We're going to be using the car, Happy Birthday, and To a Classic. So those are the three stamps we'll be using. We are also, I have already done my embossing on with my folder, so I wouldn't have to waste that time. Garden green cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. And then I ran it through the Stylish Stripes embossing folder and embossed the front half. And this can also be purchased in our annual catalog. So this is garden green. Our inside is going to be very vanilla, measuring 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 4. And our outside for our card, the first layer is going to be wild wasabi, and it measures 4 3/4 by 3.5. Our next layer is garden green at 4.5 by 3 1/4. And then the part that we'll be stamping on is very vanilla, and it measures 4 1/4 by 3. So let's first start with our envelope and our inside piece, and garden green ink, and our car, our classic car. We'll ink it up. And I'm just going to stamp the right-hand corner of the envelope. Press it down and hold it for a few seconds. There we go. And I forgot my stamping mat. So our envelope's done. Let me get my stamping mat. I can't find my stamping up mat. Yeah, I can. Right here it is. Alright. Some scratch paper. We have to use the mat because I'm using photopolymer stamps. And so let me clean this off real quick, get it dry. And on the inside we're going to have our sentiment saying happy birthday. And once again we're going to use the garden green. So I want to make sure everything's even, and I bring it down about 1/3 of a way and then just hold it down for a couple seconds. And that turned out nice. So the inside's done. We've got that stamped. Now the outside of our card, we're going to put the car on the left side, left upper side. So get it inked up. This is a very quick card to do, and it's really nice. Okay. Stamp this down and hold it. And that turned out nice. And now we're going to stamp To a Classic underneath the car. Make sure that's even. There, and that turned out very good. So now, that's it for the stamping. Like I said, it's very simple. One stamp, ink color. It's a very quick card to make. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and get the inside of our card glued. I do like to use Tombow liquid glue. I feel you get the best hold with the Tombow. That's going to last through the humid weather and all, so. There we go. And center it on our card. And then give it a nice press. So the inside's done now, so we'll go back to working on our outside of our card. We have all 3 layers here, and I'll bring my other card up, and we're going to glue these 2 layers together, our 2 greens. We're going to glue our garden green on top of our wild wasabi. And once again, I'm using the Tombow. Looks pretty good. Okay, now I'm missing my banners that I had made. Just one moment. Don't know what happened to my banners. They were right here. And of course, you know, things just fly around, so. And of course, while I'm filming, I'll have to make my banners after I make the card. Okay, now we're going to mount this on some dimensionals. Excuse me. It's allergy season, of course. And I like to make sure I have plenty of dimensionals on my card. I probably overkill it, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. And we sell the dimensionals, of course, in our annual catalog also. Okay. And we're going to pop this in the center of our layers here. That looks good. Okay, and we're going to need some wild wasabi. Let me grab some of that out again. And garden green. I really apologize for losing my banners. I don't know what happened to them. I had them right here. And of course everything disappears. But that's okay because, like I said, I've got everything right here at reach. So the garden green banner, we want it to measure 1 inch. And I think I'm going to make it 4 inches for right now, so I have a little bit to hold on to when I punch it out. And the wild wasabi, we're going to go 1.5 inches. I want it to be a little bit wider. And we'll also make that 4 inches, and we can cut them down. Okay. Next, you're going to need the triple banner punch, and we just slide them in, slide your paper in, and punch it down, and it makes the banner end. There we go. And then I'm going to just put this up here. I think I'm going to do this one first. And eyeball it to where how long I want it. Hold on to it and flip it over so I can cut it. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I want this one to be a little bit shorter. And the garden green, I'm going to glue it down. So I'm putting some glue down. And I'm going to attach it to my card. There we go. Now my wild wasabi piece that's wider, I'm going to put it on dimensionals. And I'm going to cover up part of my smaller one over here, but I want some of the white, the vanilla, to show. So I'm going to make sure it's level. There we go. That's nice. And I've already taken a button out of our Regals button collection, and I've taken some linen thread and I've tied a little bow on it. So I'm going to turn that around, and I'm going to put 3 of our glue dots on the back. Those hold really well, so nothing's going to move it once we get it glued down. There. And then I'm going to set the button in the center, just like that. And that's our layers done. So those are ready to go on top of our card with more dimensionals. See, this is such a fast card to do, and it's a very nice card. I think all of our men would like this card. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you could go to my online store and purchase all of the supplies we're using at www.hoosierstampers.stampinup.net, and you can purchase right there. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I post